Hello everyone, excuse me, Angie here, coming on to do day 20, gosh it's going fast, of the hashtag Ephemera Daily Ephemera Mix, hosted here on YouTube by Barbara and Louise. And as I said, we are on day 20, my throat is dry, excuse me, and it is Grunge Snippet Strip. So we're going to get right into this because it's probably going to get a little messy. And we're going to do what we can. Move this out of the way. For grunge, I have just 3 little tubs of water to rinse my brushes in different colors if I need it. Just trying to be prepared things if I might have things, you know, have things handy so I'm not up and down for you guys. The choices that I have are phthalo green, black, and old gold for acrylic colors. And then of course we have my distress inks, some browns, greens, whatever, black, whatever we want to use there. And yeah, so we're gonna get right into this. Let's see. Grunge, for some reason, I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, so for the snippet strip, I thought I would try and use up all the scraps from previous days and what I've had laying around on my desk. And to show you, this is my little catch-all little tray here. I pile everything that I can that'll fit, and it gets like a little mountain at times. And these are all my little, just little bits and pieces. Like, I like to have some things on my desk just to reach and grab to as fillers, or, oh, let me add this, or had this, a little pop of bling, something like that. But it all kind of goes over there. And then like at the end of the week or every few days, you know, I'll clear it up if it gets to be too much. But I thought I'd try and use everything on these snippet strips today. As you can see, there's papers that we've used. There's here, this one, this was my rust piece. I used some of this, I used some of this. I used some lace trims on the page tabs, things like that. Here's some little teeny piece of corrugated, burlap there. This I just had on my desk for something, I'm not sure what. So yeah, let's try and see if we can use some of this up. Now, what I was thinking was, this is actually wallpaper. And I thought I would use this as a base. And then when it comes time to putting it down on the paper, all I have to do is remove the adhesive backing. I thought that was kind of ingenious and very handy. So let's cut a couple pieces. If I go on the grain, that's over 2 inches wide, and I don't really want them that wide. I think 2 inches would probably be good, and it doesn't have to be perfect, but I think that's a good size for a snippet. So I'm gonna trim this down. How is everybody doing today? Hope everybody's well. I can't believe it's almost Christmas, guys. It's coming along fast. Okay, we're gonna go 1.5, because if, you know, when your snippets, things pop out and, you know, hang out over the edges, so it'll probably end up being 2 inches. So we'll start with the base at 1.5 inches, and I'll cut a couple of them. And if it looks like it's gonna turn into something, maybe we can make a couple of them and get these pieces out of the way if we have enough. Okay, so there's still another scrap. And let's see what we can use of these. Now this is a plastic contact paper, wallpaper contact paper thing. So I'm gonna have to really make sure I glue that down well. So let's see what we've got. Let's get right into this. And it's supposed to be grunge. So actually what I think, I had an idea. Let's do that first. I got a piece of tissue here. Move all this out of the way. What I thought I would do is split these up in 3 piles and just random. Okay, nothing. And this is of course too big, so let's just cut that down. We'll see if we can use some of that. Okay, so we're gonna do 3 piles. I've got 4 here, don't I? So let's make it into 3 piles because I think that's going to be enough mess. Okay, so what I thought I would do, make 3 little random piles of my goodies. We'll do one at a time. So that's one. That's one, and that's one. Okay, so then we'll lay out each piece somewhat flat. And of course, we're not going to use that like that, so let's just kind of do something with that. Well, actually, we could put one piece over here since this piece is big. Let's put one of these over here because we don't know what we're going to use or where we're going to use it. They're all going to be layered, so let's just see what we got. Okay, then what I thought I'd do is bring in one color to each palette. And we're going to just kind of splatter some color on here and see what we end up with. And this is just some dried pine needle distress ink that I let dry on there. I'm just going to flip it over because I didn't clean that off. I'm going to put a dollop of gold. And grab a paintbrush. We're going to thin that out. I'm going to bring a little water in. And let's just hope for the best here. So hopefully we get something. Just have a fun play. Okay, I'm going to dilate this down. To where we can get some splatters out of it. Still kind of chunky there. Okay, that might be workable. And then I just thought we'd just splatter some color all over these pieces, okay? It's kind of thick, but we're just going to kind of go for it. Oops. No rhyme or reason. Get some on all the pieces. Getting more on the background than I am anywhere else, but it's kind of thick. And then we're just gonna kind of mash it. One thing I just thought of that I did not grab is my heat tool, so we'll have to get up to get that. Okay, so let's put a little water on this before I bring in the next color. Okay. Separate all those. And hopefully they don't, yeah, I kind of thought about that. They might stick to the tissue paper here a little bit, but hopefully not too bad. Okay, let me grab my heat tool. And we'll hit that, dry that real quick, and then we're going to do the same thing with the other two. Okay, I'm going to turn this on for a moment. Okay, that one's pretty much dry. There's some little wet spots, but we can work with it. Okay, let's bring in the next one. We're going to do the same thing. We're just going to hit those with some splatters of another color. And we're going to end up seeing what we get. Okay, let's move all these out of the way. Bring in some phthalo green. A little dollop of that. Water that down, same way. Oh, that's so beautiful. It's like a teal. Oh, gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Well, that mixed a lot better, a lot easier than the gold did, not as chunky. Okay, let's do some splats on here. I'm getting little splats, but I'm not getting big ones. Oh, there's something on the other side of that, so let's get some of that. I'm gonna have paint everywhere by the time I'm done with this, guys. That was a big one. Let's just dab that off. Always fun to get your hands dirty, right? I think that's why I like gardening so much. I love to garden. I don't know, it's something about getting your hands in the soil, and I don't know, it's just a good feeling. Can't explain it. Okay. So let me hit that with some water. Okay, it's good enough. Now let's kind of dab some of that off in some of the thicker spots. Okay, and then we're going to turn the heat tool on real quick, guys. See, I've got a mess. Okay, so there's that one. Wipe this off. Okay. That's the second color, and now for black. Okay, we're going to do the same thing. And get some splatters of black. I don't know if black is open yet. Oh. I don't think I opened this one yet. Nope. Okay. And then we're going to do some black. That thinned out well as well. Okay, let's do some black. Okay, I think that's enough. And I forgot about my water there. I can soak that in some water. Okay, so let's dry these. Okay. I got the heat a little too close on this one. Started to singe the ribbon, but still adds character. We'll still see if we can use it. Alrighty. Now let's get this cleaned up a bit. Well, that's what a mat is for, right? To get dirty, so that's not a problem. I got quite a bit up here as well. I'll have to clean that later. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Pardon my hands. We're going to go with it. I'm going to try one more baby white, though. Okay. All right. Bring my bases back in. Fan that a little bit. Well, we can turn it over. Okay. There we go. Now we're just going to start laying our pieces down. So I've got my greens. Let's put all our blacks in one pile, back in each pile. All of our greens. And then we've got our golds. And we'll just take like one from each pile and just layer them. Okay, got my glue. And what I usually like to do is have everything meet overlap in the middle, and a lot of times I'll just run a stitch right over the middle. So we can try to do that. That's white on white. I don't think I want that. Okay, let's do another green. Another black. Gold. Green. Let's get a piece of this lace in here. Okay, let's get a piece of this piece in here. Okay, another piece of gold. Well, that's kind of gold on gold. Huh? Let's do a piece of this, even though it's black. Well, it doesn't tear very well. It's more of a material almost. It's really thick. Let's cross that over there. Okay, now we can put some gold down. And another piece of black. And we've got our, oh, you need something there. Let's do another piece of doily. Very cute. Okay, and then we just need to run a stitch right down the middle and we're good. Let's do another one real quick and then I'm going to clear all this away. Let's get some of this blue and gold in here. I love to use scraps. I love it. Oh, let's do this one. I'm not thinking about it, guys. I'm just putting it down. And when you do it this way, you got to kind of be mindful of how thick it is in the middle so your sewing machine can handle it as well. So do keep that in mind. We got one of those. Let's put a thin piece of this. Just put it right there. Oh, we didn't use any of this. Let's get a piece of this in there. Okay, and then we've got our fabric and our lace. Maybe we could just sew that right down the middle. That wouldn't be too bad because there's some blue in there. Let's put another piece of blue just so it'll kind of blend in. And we'll just run that stitch right down the middle. Very cute. And then this one, maybe we could do the same with that. Why not? Just put a little glue just to kind of tack it in place until I can get it sewn. There we go, 2 snippets. I think I want to use this crocheted trim as well. I'm just going to crisscross it on here. Okay, this one looks a little fuller than this one. I'm just trying to see, maybe we can maybe that can go there. Okay, good enough. I'm pleased with that. Move all these scraps out of the way. Can always be used for something else. Okay, guys, I'm gonna have to bring up my sewing machine real quick, and we're just gonna run a stitch right through the middle. Let's see how that looks. And I hope my hands are dry. I don't want to get paint all over my sewing machine. Okay, plugged in. And I got it on zigzag, which is fine. Okay, be right back with you guys. Give me just a couple minutes here. I'm going to turn it around and go back with a straight stitch. And I'm going to zigzag it around and do just a funky sew all the way around. There's one more, we're all done. Put it back on zigzag first. That one I didn't go all across the world, I just went straight down the middle. Okay, and we've got ourselves 2 grunge snippet rolls, I think. Each one a little different, each one unique. We could bring a focal point to those if you want, or you can just use it as is. I think I want to hit it with a little black around the outer edges. At least this one. This one looks kind of, feel like it needs a little touch on the edges. And this one, I don't think I want to do black on that one. I think I will do blue. And you just keep going until you're satisfied. I think I'm good with that. Yeah, that blue really pops. Looks very nice. Okay, and then they're ready to go down on a journal. And this one ends up being 8.5 and 8. So this one's a little bit bigger. But that's it. That's what I've got for my grunge snippet strips. And they're double sewn, they're stitched all around. So if I wanted to like break them off or cut them off and just use them as little clusters and pieces, like I can get 3 pieces out of that, I could do so. And the same with this. Maybe I want to cut that down and get it into 3 pieces. I could do so. All right. Well, I hope you like what you see today. Thank you so very much for spending time with me. And here's my little list. And that is my make for day 20. I will see you on the next day. We got button and tea bag. All right. Thank you guys. God bless. Bye-bye.